storm located just off the west coast of Luzon today. Now a tropical depression is actually looking pretty robust on infrared invisible satellite imagery. Got plenty of convection coming in from the ITCZ down here towards the south. Changes up to over towards enhanced IR. You can kind of get an idea of where that higher convection is just towards the northwest, and is why I would not be surprised over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours, probably next 24 hours, have a named storm system here. Actually, the Japan Meteorological Agency does expect that, with winds upwards of 40 gusting to 60 knots as we go ahead into your Friday morning out here in the South China Sea. So, yeah, for all intents and purposes, the forecast hasn't changed very much from the last 48 hours. And we have a big blob of moisture out here, and you can see that here on the microwave imagery showing you the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, which has continued to bring very heavy rainfall across the Philippines. That's eventually going to work its way towards the northwest here, and eventually likely pushing just south of Hong Kong. We take a look at the overall background flow. What I mean by that is just basically the synoptic setup. The high pressure towards the northeast of this, with this high pressure ridge extending across Taiwan. So we have our low pressure area here just off the west coast of Luzon, and this is going to want to run kind of like water flowing downhill between mountains and basically moving it towards the northwest, likely pushing out there towards Hainan, likely towards the west of Hong Kong. Now, if we take a look at numerical models, typically here the operational GFS model, you can see that this does drop down to about 1,000 hectopascals. Now, they are keeping it on the weaker side as far as the intensity is concerned. We changed it up to the ECMWF. It also kind of brings it down to about 990 hectopascals before moving it off here towards the northwest. Staying on that same progression, though, just along the southern periphery of the high pressure ridge towards the north. That basically means Hainan, basically areas southwest of Hong Kong could get the hardest impact. Of course, that city would see some of the outer rain bands. But here's another thing I do want to mention, though. Even as this pulls away, it's going to continue to usher in some moisture from the south. And I do think this is one of those storms, because every year we kind of see something like this that helps kick up and usher in the rainy season for the Philippines. And it does look like that may very well be the case, at least through the weekend. We're going to be looking at an increase in rainfall, which thus returns temperatures a bit cooler as well, which I've seen in a lot of comments from my previous videos, people talking about the cooler temperatures out here, mainly thanks to the amount of cloud cover. I mean, it's hard to find where the Philippines is under this map. You can see Manila right there, actually. It's just because of all this cloud cover that blocks out the sun. That's the chief factor in controlling temperature in the tropics, is cloud cover. So whenever you get abundance of cloud cover, it does bring in a bit of cooler temperatures, and that's exactly what we've seen after the last few days. But like I said, as we look ahead, it's going to pull away off into this direction, still bringing in moisture behind it. So plenty more rainfall expected across the Philippines before this guy also gets absorbed into the rainy season front in southern China, which southern China actually been getting some pretty decent flooding too. So, I mean, more rain not welcomed. All right, guys, that's all for now. If you guys have questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know down in the comment box below. Just a quick update and a long 13-hour workday today. So I'm kind of tired. That's why I'm not putting myself on the camera either, because I look like garbage. So yeah, I know that sounds pretty vain. It's just a quick weather update though, so hopefully you found it useful. Stay safe out there. Bye.